This week on First Date with Lauren Compton.
I find a guy with no tattoos to be a huge red flag, and I have no tattoos. I don't know what that is. And also in LA, they're all like actors and models. They're like sexy.
Smoking
You
hot.
just pick the hottest guy in the app, and then they come over and like build your bed frame. You're not using Taskrabbit as a dating app. You're doing it wrong.
I'm so excited to see you tonight.
First date, baby. First date, I can't wait. First date.
Welcome to another episode of First Date with me as your host, Lauren Compton. Today is our first threesome. You know my guests because they have their very own podcast called Girls Gotta Eat, and they're currently on a tour called Girls Gotta Eat Snack City Tour, so check it out. They also have their own sex toy company called Vibes Only. I feel like we should call it Good Vibes Only because sounds like a really good company. Guys, welcome Rayna Greenberg and Ashley Hesseltine.
Hi.
Hello.
I love that intro. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks for coming
clapping
on my
from
show.
somewhere?
Yeah,
I
we
love
have our
that.
booth boys.
That really
Love
means
that
a lot to us.
energy.
Yeah, we like to have applause in the room.
Everyone loves an audience.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you guys, I have this menu. I have appetizer questions, so we're gonna like ease into it, and then
we
I've
share
got,
some apps.
I've got a little amuse bouche, and then we have main course questions, and then I have a dessert question for you guys.
Okay, yay.
So this is gonna be experimental. I've never had two people on before.
You're gonna love it. We're gonna be gentle, and then we're gonna get rough. And we brought you sex toys, so maybe we'll break it out. We'll
Yeah.
do threesome sex toy stuff.
okay.
It's just, this is such a good fit. Girls Gotta Eat. We're like on this date. We're doing the whole menu. I love it so much.
We're on our first date here.
Yeah.
All right, you guys.
First
so
threesome.
you're in Austin now.
Yes,
Are both of you single?
I am not.
I am.
How long have you been with your boyfriends?
Like little over 4 months. It's new.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're still single.
Absolutely.
No, we
absolutely not.
We have committed to him, Ashley and I.
We're
both.
very,
We're
very
all
committed. Yeah, we're all committed as a family, as a group chat. We're in a threesome as well.
I'll be pretty upset, to be honest, if they break up. I really like him.
No, we're not breaking up. We're locked in. We've had the talks. Yeah.
Yeah. How long have you been single?
I broke up with my last serious boyfriend exactly 2 years ago. I have this thing. Every October, I either meet a very serious relationship or I break up with them. Like, October is my month. So I'm very excited because we're on the heels of October. And like, I feel like my next relationship coming on, I'm going to meet one in the next couple weeks.
Okay.
So it's been 2 years since my last serious one ended.
All right.
Like, we met in October. I mean, her list is crazy. There's not even one person of significance in your life, even all your dusty exes. It's
All of
everything.
them.
Everything's
Birthdays
October.
in October. Yes.
Yeah.
Breakups. Everything.
Birthdays,
October.
breakups. Yes.
What would you say is the biggest difference that you guys have when it comes to dating?
I mean, our taste.
We have never been attracted to the same
No,
person.
and that's what makes us the best of friends. I mean, that's the key to a good friendship. Like, I can't tell you how differently we like.
What are you into?
I mean,
Not white guys.
not white. No, I'm done with white men. I think I'd like to start with what Rain is into, which is like
Very specific.
very like bouncer.
Like, have you seen Dave Bautista? That's my ideal, perfect man. Like, I want a man that is 6'4", bald, huge beard,
Tom
covered in
Segura.
tattoos. Looks like Tom's getting hotter because he's bald now. I want my boyfriend to look like he might murder you and probably will. I love that look. It's very specific. What I've done for bald men in this country is unbelievable. I'm like baldies only. I will blow you if you're bald.
I could not love hair more. I could not love a full head of hair more. Like, my boyfriend has so much hair on his head. Like, I'm grabbing it. Like, it's like the more the hair, the better.
Okay.
So, I mean, we both like, I like someone who's a little taller. I'm 5'10". Like, it's important to Raina, but not as important to me. But I mean, we have some crossover.
Tattoos. We love
Tattoos are the
tattoos.
crossover, and we like, well, we have different tastes in beards. I like a shorter beard, just a longer beard. But we had one guy crossover once in our history, and I did get him because she was kind of already seeing someone else.
To be fair, it wasn't a competition. He walked up on stage and Ashley was like, that's mine. I fucked somebody else the night before, okay? We
Yeah.
were like, you choose.
We were on tour, and you were actually fucking someone that looked a little more like my taste, like a little boy.
Like, he looked like Mario from Mario and Luigi.
Okay.
He did look like a little boy, but he had a mustache.
So he had some facial hair.
Yeah.
But I'm past little boy. Like I don't like. That's also let me clarify. I've always liked definitely
Adult
of
men.
age adult men. But my boyfriend now he looks like super like manly. He's
Okay.
got like dark hair, dark eyes, beard, the whole thing. So
Okay.
Yeah, he's hot.
What if you guys were on a first date and the guy at the end of the meal took the leftovers to go? How would you feel about that on a first date?
oh, first date,
First
like,
date.
you gotta leave him. If we're in a relationship and we're like, damn, we want to eat that pasta tomorrow.
Right.
Also, are we going somewhere after? Are you taken to the movies? You have a pasta in
Right.
the movies.
What are we doing after?
But I had a crazy story. This guy I was dating at the time. We went to this thing. It was an event actually. He brought some of the steak. I'm like, we're at an event. We're not even at a restaurant. Like, where'd that come from? He brought it and it sat in his car all night and he woke up the next day and he ate it.
No.
Wait, no. No. Do I know this person? Do I know about this?
I don't think I ever told you this.
Like,
I
if I know about this,
tried to
that's
block it
crazy.
out. And he was in med school. He was like, I'm a doctor. I was like, that doesn't mean anything.
That means you care about other people's bodies, not your own. That is disgusting.
Seriously.
Okay, here's my one exception to that. If we are at a restaurant and there's pizza and we're gonna go home and have sex,
Yes.
bring the pizza.
Pizza and sex. We cross over there.
Yeah.
We both like that.
Otherwise, what are we bringing leftovers home for? You need the next 3 bites of this?
Yeah.
You don't need this.
It's like a little much, you know?
Just go back at another time.
It feels cheap
First
kind of in a
date-
way, right?
First date hits different. I mean, I have different thoughts about a first date, your first impression of someone, as opposed to like when you've been dating for a minute. That's a
Yeah.
crazy thing to do on a first date. If I did it, I don't want to date you. Like if I did it, I'm friend zoning you. If I asked for a box,
You're not getting in this
I'm
box.
not trying to be sexy, and this is over.
I'm not trying to be sexy. I care about this pasta more than you.
How do you guys feel about a one night stand?
We're fine with it.
Yeah, you know what? I've had, I think it's so funny. Like people who have never had one. What is your life? Like that's all I used to have. Like I think it's why. No offense if I'm offending anybody, but like who were we talking about? Was it a reality show or am I thinking of an actual real life couple? There was something where somebody asked their new partner, like, have you ever had a one night stand? And like my jaw dropped. It's like there's people out here who haven't.
That's crazy. We have talked about this on the podcast for years, and my thoughts have evolved a little bit. But like, I think that if you're like feeling somebody and you want to have sex and own it, it's like we've always said, like it matters like how you act afterwards and what your feelings are about the sex. I don't think that not having sex with somebody will make them date you, but I don't think that having sex with somebody will make them not date you. And did I say that right? Having sex with somebody won't make them not date you. Like,
Nothing's guaranteed.
If somebody's gonna leave, they're gonna leave. You know, if they don't like you, fucking them or withholding sex is not gonna matter. But I think I'm sort of in the era of my life now where like it does. If I really like somebody, I don't mind waiting a little bit. We'll do it. We'll have sex.
Yeah.
I don't need to fuck you like right now. First date.
I also like want to clarify that was when it was in my 20s. I mean, college, early 20s. It was just like so much of that.
So
I don't know. It's been a minute since like a one night stand as of late, but no judgment around it. I'm like, what
If you're feeling it, do it.
Yeah.
How often or how long into dating someone do you feel you introduce them to your parents? Have you introduced your guy?
Yeah, he came to Delaware and he met my whole family. I don't have a lot of feelings surrounding this. Like, I think it's because my parents are so cool. You know, like they're not going to put the pressure on me if they meet someone once and then we break up. They're not going to keep asking me like, what happened to that guy? Like, I don't know. I mean, if we're committed, it feels right. We see a future. Like you're going to meet the family.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I had an ex where I met his mom really, really soon because we just happened to like be on a trip and whatever. It's like the details aren't important, but I don't have like that. I don't have any rules surrounding it.
Yeah.
I guess. But I also have really easy parents. So
I do feel like when people are hesitant to introduce like
Yeah.
their person to their parents, it's because their parents are probably like a red flag.
yeah. Or they don't see a
yeah.
future with you, I guess.
Yeah,
And it means something to them.
I don't know that there's like a timestamp. It's like if we're gonna be together, I want you to meet all the players in the game. You know, I want you to meet my family. It just depends on what your dynamic is with your family. Like I took somebody home, this last serious boyfriend, probably 6 months into dating. He met my entire family, and I had like a bad altercation with my brother, and I was hysterical and I was crying, and I wouldn't want that experience with a new boyfriend. Like I'm glad this was 6 months in. He knew all the dynamics, all the people, and so I would be embarrassed if that was early on.
Yeah.
too early on. But yeah, there's no rules.
Yeah, I feel like it's a great way to trap a man.
You
Really?
know? Okay, is your
Yeah.
family, my family's not a great way to trap a man. My family is
Mine
the
is.
opposite.
Mine actually is.
Yeah.
But if you can get them to invest their time into like getting to know one of your family members.
My issue is they'll like my family more than me, and they'll stay with me because of the family. Like they're
Yeah.
like, gotta be
That's
friends
why
with
I
her
stayed with
brother.
her, yeah.
I gotta hang out with her dad. Like my mom, my dad, and my brother are like way cooler than me. All three of them.
That's happened to me so many times where I meet a guy's family and I'm like, love your mom and dad.
Yeah.
You're okay.
Yeah,
Love your mom and dad.
totally.
Yeah, I'm obsessed with Ashley's family. They're the best.
Yeah, so they're pretty good. So I like to introduce early. They're like, I'm joking about them staying with me because of it, but I'm like, this is something that's going to make you like me more.
Yeah, this is what's gonna like clutch the whole relationship.
Yeah. What is like your biggest ick in a relationship?
Oh my God, how much time do you have? A lot of it is communication based for me. We did an episode where we talked about this. Like, I don't like when somebody like reacts to everything. Like, I don't need you to like heart something, exclamation point something. Just fucking say a thing. I don't need you to do that.
Like
I
you're
don't
talking about in text messages.
Yes, in text, I hate
This is
it.
so
In DMs,
specific.
I hate it. I hate when somebody sends me a GIF, like an animated GIF to anything I've said. I think you should be creative and write a joke. I don't think that like, I don't know, Kim Kardashian backing up into the bushes is that creative. Everyone's done
That's
it.
a good gift.
What
Come
about
on.
the Homer Simpson?
Exactly.
backing
I
into
think
the
I said
bushes?
that to you a couple days ago.
Homer's backing in,
Homer's
Kim's
back-
peering out.
Right.
Kim in the bush is an elite gif.
Twice a year, that's it. You can send me a gift twice a year. Otherwise, I need you to write jokes because we can't be together if you think that's funny.
You've got a lot of masculine energy.
I don't. Oh, and thong flip flops. I hate those.
But like, that's funny that you said that because I feel like your main ick is like that femininity that you get a lot in LA.
that's
It's
why
just
you
like a
want
more
someone to
feminine
murder
guy.
you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, my ex really looks like he murdered somebody. I love it.
What is my main ick? I don't know. Like super quiet in bed, silent.
Oh, ew.
I guess, but okay. Let me clarify actually, because we did a whole episode on
what an
icks,
ick is?
and like that's more of a turn off for most people. So icks are like kind of specific. So I'm trying to think of.
Like a date turn off would be like somebody asking you no questions, and you're like, this is
I
on
also
me?
this is
Yeah.
my toxic trait is that I find a guy with no tattoos to be a huge red flag, and I have no tattoos. I don't know what that is. A guy with no tattoos, what are you doing? I went out with a guy. His nails were painted. He had a gel mani and no tattoos. I was like, disgusting. You sat for an hour to get gel.
He also wears panty underwear, and he's just. It makes sense.
He's a good guy. I want to just in case
He
he's
is,
listening.
and he's hot.
He's
He's actually hot. If you gave him a different wardrobe.
but I think he said like something like, I was like, oh no, tattoos, interesting. I wouldn't have thought, I can't hide my judgment. And he was like, well, it's like my nails are kind of how I express myself. I was like, check please. Like,
Yeah, she sounds awesome.
yeah.
Moving on to main course questions. Who do you guys feel should pay on a first date?
As a straight woman who dates men and the guy, I mean, if he asked me, if I don't know, like I can only speak on like my, like, because I want to say the guy, but I'm like, what if it's two guys? What if it's two girls? So that's why I said that. But yeah, I mean,
should arm wrestle for us to
you
pay.
probably asked me. It's
Rayna would arm wrestle.
No, it was two guys. They have to arm wrestle. I'm not,
See you there arm wrestling
I'm
the guy.
not even. No, if you make it weird with the check, then we're not going out again. But that's fine.
First date, it's just the first. Like my boyfriend now never lets me pay for dinner. Like I pay for other things, but he's usually picking up like the tabs for the meals. We have a good thing going. Like who pays for what? But in our relationship, because we're traveling a lot, we're doing a lot of things. It's like I do this, he does this. Like we just kind of have it figured out. But he really likes to pay, and that's fine, and I'm happy to pay. But to back it up to first date, I'm like, you probably asked me. It's probably not going to be so expensive. I don't want to sit down for some fancy dinner. It's probably just drinks, maybe a snack. Like, just pay. Don't make it weird. Like, I don't need someone paying for me all the time. Like, it'll probably all come out in the wash at the end of the relationship. But that first date, I don't want it. I don't want the weirdness.
Yeah. Maybe when I was a
And
little
I'm done
younger.
reaching. Yeah.
When I was done younger, I felt different because it's like we're 23, 24, 25. We're starting out in the world. We probably have similar incomes, and it's fine if you can't really afford it. But I'm at an age now where like, I mean, I know you can't tell, but I am older than 29. I just feel like you should be able to afford a date. People I'm going out with should be able to afford a first date.
Totally.
4 drinks and an appetizer. 4 drinks total and an appetizer. I went out with some guy recently, and the check came, and I did the like superficial reach for the wallet, and he was like, yes, I want you to split this with me. And I just didn't go out with her again.
No.
It was weird. I don't want any weirdness about the check. And we actually only had 4 drinks. I think the whole check was $80.
No, like pussy's dry. What are we doing? Like
It's a badge dryer for
yeah,
sure.
you don't pay. I was listening to you earlier.
I don't pay.
You don't pay at all.
No.
You don't fake
no,
it. You don't
I
do
don't.
the reach.
No, I don't. There's no faking it.
You-
We'll have a staring contest.
Because you're a giver. The standoff.
We'll sit there the whole time.
I honestly would too.
We'll keep
on that
drinking.
first date.
That's what's gonna. We'll go until we're 12 drinks deep, and we'll just have this staring contest until the bar closes down. I don't give a fuck.
I will say though, if I insist on paying, I've also friend zoned you. So it's leftovers, and if I insist on paying, like I went out with the guy that had the voice of Michael Jackson, and when the check came, I was like, I insist on splitting it. I never want to be contacted again. You know what I mean?
Totally. I don't want there to be any weirdness. Also, we saw this, I think it was a TikTok, we talked about it on our show. Like, what it costs women to go on a date is more than what it costs men. I've done my hair, I've done my makeup, my outfit costs more than yours. I know it does. And I've invested more money to be on this date.
Yeah.
And a lot of, like, I went on this date, I had, like,
Yeah, time is money.
yeah, totally.
And then it's like it's a little more for us to go out. Like the other everything's TikTok these days. The other TikTok we saw was this man, this like, you know, older gentleman, and he was just like, it's a lot for a woman to like go out to meet a man. You know what I mean? Like especially if it's a stranger from the apps, like you are at more risk. You're putting yourself out there. Like just fucking pay for the tab.
You should have
guys.
heard Ron White's response. I asked him who he thought should pay,
What'd
and
he
he was
say?
like, "Yo, if I'm asking you out to a date and like I'll buy your outfit."
Okay, Ron.
I'll buy
I'm
your
about to date
car.
Ron.
I'll
Okay.
buy the babysitter. I'll buy the meal, like the
I love
helicopter ride. I was like, okay, Ron.
When my mom was dating, when she and my dad split up, the guys used to pay for the babysitter. I remember this.
What do you mean?
This completely unlocked a memory. My mom would date like when we were kids, and the men that she'd go on date with would like pay for the babysitter.
Oh.
My mom was like a single mother of 2. What was she gonna do? Pay for a babysitter every hour to go have a drink with you?
But do you think your mom was like, oh, I have kids? Like, was she? Do you think she was like
my mom was a
hinting
bitch,
at it?
and she was like, "I can't afford this. You can pay for the babysitter."
But when it comes to friends, like if you guys went and had lunch, like
Well, we share a bank account, but no, I'd like to treat a lot. Like
me too.
I love to treat. I treat my family. I treat my friends. but
Same.
we also don't want it to feel Rayna and I have a shared Amex and like a credit card. So when we're usually out, sometimes we'll just pick up the whole tab or we'll put it on our card and they can Venmo us. But we're not. But like what we don't want is like it to feel expected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
There's
know.
some people that start to expect it, but I like to treat. So does Ashley. Like, and
Yeah.
I don't keep track at all, probably to a fault. It's like a toxic. Like, we were in London. I picked up everything that we did. There was like nothing I didn't pay for my family.
yeah.
My family was there, and I just would never. I don't think twice about it. I'm lucky to be in that position. Not everybody is, but I'm lucky to be able to do stuff like that.
Yeah, because I was always like such that broke bitch for so long. You know, like most of my 20s was just like not being able to afford stuff, always overdrafting my account, like this and that. My family being like, our fucking broke ass daughter that hopefully makes it one day. So it's nice to be able to be the person with money.
Yeah. What is your exit strategy for a bad date?
I had to leave a date one time. Normally I will ride it out for the story. Normally I'm like, I will talk about this on the podcast
Right.
or at a live show, and as long as I don't feel like I'm in danger, I will stay. There was one date I did feel a little physically threatened by somebody though. We were at
Really?
a bar, so I didn't think he was going to do anything to me in the bar. But the bartender bought me shots, me and him, and he really didn't like it, and he was being like really aggressive with me about it. This was a second date with somebody, and he was really like in my face about it, and I lived across the street, so I didn't want him to see me like go into the building.
Yeah.
And so I went downstairs and I called Ashley and I was like, I don't know how to like get out of this. And what did I say? I was like, you have to call me and tell me that you deleted the episode that we have coming out tomorrow and that I have to leave right now. And she's like, and I'm telling him I'm on the phone with her and she's going, why is this have to be my fault? Well, I would never delete an episode. I would never do that. I was like, Ashley's so upset she deleted the episode to go record the podcast.
So rude.
And then I like
So now
hailed-
forever, this guy thinks I can't upload a podcast.
also in October.
I mean, I think it's like if I'm not feeling it, I'm just gonna do the one drink and be like, you know, I gotta head out. I mean, I guess I've made up excuses before, and then if I'm like offended or you did something really egregious, like I'll just leave. I had a guy one time. This was the guy I met at DIY school. We were like on this date, and he was just talking about how all men cheat, and he was like,
DIY school?
DUI.
I thought
Yeah.
you said DIY.
that's so
I was
cute.
like,
You
oh,
thought that?
cute.
She's like, that's so much crap.
Just bedazzling
doing our Etsy
microphones.
shops, yeah. And he I remember him saying like, you really think your dad's never cheated on your mom? Like he just like kind of weirdly like dug his heels into this like all men cheat thing, and I fucking hated it. And I was like, I'm gonna go, and just got it from the table. Like I'm just gonna leave.
That sounds so triggering.
It was just so stupid, and I was just like, I'm out. You know what? Have fun at your next DUI class.
Meanwhile, you're gonna like actually get murdered with this other guy.
I would have just gotten up and left. I was a little frightened by him, to be honest. I was.
He was trying to murder more than your pussy.
Literally trying to like kill me. You don't owe anybody anything. If somebody's being rude to you or making you feel uncomfortable, you get to leave. You don't need to make up an excuse. You can just be like, I don't like this, and leave.
I think that like but then that's this thing. It's like women feel like you're a little scared sometimes. Yeah. Like you don't want to offend this person, potentially they're like bigger and stronger than you. And if they're already just doing something you don't like, you don't want to activate them even more. So it's tough. Like I think that there is this, like, you can just go, but it's like, how do you navigate that? I mean, I think if it's like a first date, you always have that friend to be like, can you call me with an emergency if I send you the signal?
Yeah. I agree with you. I think that like as women, we're like really taught to like placate the situation, make everybody feel good, don't insult anybody. And men, I think in turn not all men, just some. We've all been in situations where like we don't like something and somebody calls you a bitch or a slut, or they like get really aggressive. And I think we're always trying to avoid that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I remember I was on I was with someone for a really long time. And the conversation just got so emotional that I started like shutting down, and I just like had this like silent cry at the table. And I'm like, I hope this is so embarrassing for you that I'm like sitting here crying at this table. And then I just progressively got louder and louder and louder. And it was like that scene that you see. What was that scene in a movie, you guys?
Is it When Harry Met Sally
yes!
with the orgasm?
It was the orgasm.
Oh my God.
And it was just, I just went all out on this like cry.
That is so funny.
Oh my God. It went from like me being really embarrassed to like, fuck being embarrassed about this.
You're like, I'm gonna make you leave.
You're leaning into the cry.
Oh, he leaned in so hard to the
my
cry.
God.
I should have bottled my tears and like sold them.
I feel like what you're getting at is like, you make them leave. So just sit there and embarrass them so badly that they leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not leaving. You're leaving. I'm not leaving.
That's how I am with the drinks. I'm like, we'll sit here. I'll black out before I pay for a tab on a first date. Do you guys get jealous easily?
With each other? Or with
a partner?
With a partner.
For me, it's a case-by-case basis. And it's funny, we had Esther Perel on the show, and I was talking to her about this. And I said, there's some people that I've dated, just a couple, not a lot, that would say she's really jealous. She has a lot of questions about a lot of stuff. But the majority of people I've had, like, solid, wonderful relationships with would tell you I'm the least jealous person that they've ever met. I think
you could use a little jealousy.
I could be like jealousy. A little crazier. I think that people are there's no amount of asking questions and following somebody around, going through their phone, that will stop somebody from cheating on you. So you just have to pick people that hopefully are going to treat you well and be honest with you. And if they want to have an open relationship, talk to you about that too. But there's no amount of torturing myself and another person that's going to stop it.
Yeah.
So why make myself feel horrible about it?
Yeah. I don't think I am by nature. I think it's like, if you're with someone where it's secure, like I'm in this relationship, I'm not jealous. I'll jokingly get jealous. Like if he talks about some girl at work, I'm like, what's her name? Tell me, what's her Instagram? Like I'll just jokingly, but innately I don't feel that because I know how much he loves me and thinks I'm so hot, like all that stuff. And like, vice versa, of course. But I think it does, if I was jealous, that would be a sign to me that like something's kind of off in the relationship.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We jokingly, I have like more friend jealousy, like that like people are hanging out without me. Yeah. Like if I introduce two of my best friends and they get drinks without me, what are you fucking serious?
Text
like,
each other without her being on the group chat. She's like, what are you guys talking about? Without me.
Having inside
the
jokes.
Audacity.
You have an inside joke without me.
Sometimes I'm like, so I sent this girl a text message. It was just about Real Housewives. Okay, it's nothing serious.
Yeah, like Rayna has been before. She's like, Kate and I'm like, excuse me? Where were you guys messaging? Are you on text? Are you DMing?
I sent Kate a meme the other day, and within 2 seconds, Ashley texted me, what did you just text Kate? It was within seconds. Kate just told me you sent her a meme.
No, I was with her though, and you sent her something about that was like so
bladder
funny.
control problems.
I was with her, and she goes, "What is Rayna sending me?" And I said, "It's Rayna." I'm like, "What are you sending?"
So
Kate?
you're allowed to send memes, you just can't receive them.
Can't receive them, and if she's with me, I can let her know that I'm doing it.
So that's like we have this picture of me from a friend's wedding, and like our other friend is like hugging her, and I'm in the corner with like daggers for eyes. Like, I don't think I was actually making that look at that, but it's like so funny.
That's
like
so
it's like almost
funny.
our meme as like a friend group of me as this like jealous friend.
I have healthy jealousy. Like, I'll ask you a question if something, a new friend, a new girlfriend, I'm going to need some information.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we always used to say, no new friends.
Yeah, no new friends. I don't need you to hang out with new girls. But I also am just like, I don't know. You can behave how you want to behave until I have a problem with it, and then we'll have a discussion about it.
I feel like jealousy for me has been very healthy in my relationship.
Okay.
Like, so my boyfriend loves to like look at girls that are like really pretty girls walking or even in a restaurant or whatever.
Yeah.
And it never really bothers me, but I always see him like, I'm like, don't break your neck.
Yeah.
I think
And then
it's time
I
you
look
can do
at
it
them myself
together.
and I'm like, she was skinnier than me.
Rude.
I know.
But do you feel like there's a line?
Well,
like,
then I'm just like, I'm not eating dinner with you. I'm not eating dinner
and
with
I'm
you.
going to cry.
I'm just going to sit here and just starve until I look like that. If that's what you want. Is that what you want?
so
That's what you
funny.
want. So if that's what you want, I'm just not going to eat and we're not going to have food anymore.
You know, when you're in a relationship and you're like buddies, like you're like friends, and you almost forget that's your boyfriend. Like, have you ever, like, sometimes I'll see a really hot guy, and I, like, if I were with Rayna, I'd be like, oh, did you see that guy? But, and I almost like want to say it out loud to my,
You do it with guys. So I'll do it with
no, I don't. I
girls.
catch myself, but there's that feeling like you sometimes forget they're your partner.
Until they put their hat on backwards. And then your pussy just floods.
You
and
you
you're
like a backwards hat. Same. Backwards snapback.
It's like tattoos for me.
Okay. I do not like a backwards cap, but I want to see that bald head.
well, it's got to be, it's,
Don't cover it up. You don't think it's so sexy that somebody's just parading around in the world with no hair on their heads and they're just walking confidently head up? That is so sexy.
what other
to
choice
me.
do they have?
They can get hair implants or wear hats. That's the choices they have.
It's funny that Rayna could see a guy in a backwards hat and just hope he has no hair under there. Like every other girl is like, I hope he's not half itchy. I hope he's not half fishing. I hope he's not half fishing. Rayna's like, please God.
Please be bald.
I'm so into the backward snapback. That's like my vibe. But then they put it forward, pussy dry. What are we doing?
Yeah, that's
Why
buddies.
is it forward?
We're buddies when it's forward.
Yep.
When it's backwards, we're fuck buddies.
Wait,
like,
tell
we
her
just
about
turned.
your hat blowjob.
Oh my God, I had a crazy situation. I was giving my boyfriend a blowjob. We're in the living room. So like he has like a hat on, t-shirt, pants, everything. We start hooking up. He gets completely naked. He's standing up, like I'm on my knees. He's standing up, getting a blowjob. He stops the blowjob and picks up his hat from the couch and puts it on backwards and just puts his dick back in my mouth. No explanation, nothing. And I just like let it happen. I wasn't like, what just happened there? And then like, oh, I was telling Ashley about it. She's like, we got to find out why. So I asked him and he was like, no reason. It just felt cool.
It felt like a cool thing to
in the
do.
moment.
So, is that like a story he's gonna tell us, bro? Like, dude,
Probably.
Butt naked in the living room, 2 p.m. He was like, let me put this hat back on.
I don't hate it. I get it's like I feel like he was even like, I don't know why I just felt right. You know, like I felt cool.
It was funny.
I don't think I've ever had an intimate experience with someone wearing a hat.
That's so funny.
I feel left out of this.
Ask your man to do it.
I know he wears. I'll just have put
That's
your
so funny. You start hooking up, you're like, keep the hat on,
yeah.
babe.
Don't take it off. Leave it on. Have some modesty. Okay.
You know what really turned me on is if you put more clothing on.
Yeah. The last time I had sex with my boyfriend, I took off all my clothes and I had my socks on.
Oh
and
my
I went
God.
to take my socks off. And he goes, don't take your socks off.
Can
and
I-
I go,
that's
why
hot.
not? And first of all, I've heard that you have a better orgasm with socks on.
I just saw this article today.
What?
Because
Yeah,
I wear
if
socks
you
to
wear
sleep in.
socks-
This is a whole thing.
You have a better orgasm.
How can my orgasms get better?
It just came out today.
Wear socks and find out.
Yeah.
And I asked him, I said, why am I keeping my socks on? And he was like, gives you a little modesty.
Love your man. This is so
Naked.
funny.
And I'm like, my socks are my
I
modesty. So
love
now I
him.
leave socks on all the time.
I love that because I feel like I'm this like sock slut and guys always think it's weird. And if I'm fucking them naked, obviously I'm naked when I'm having sex with socks on, they like take them off and I'm going to be like, leave them on.
Yeah, you have a better orgasm.
Aren't you hot? I just get hot.
My feet are always cold. My
feet are always
cold right now.
Same.
That's crazy, you guys.
Always.
Mine are hot right now, but I have socks on.
Leave them on. Never take them off.
Yeah.
So so you're single. Where do you date? Are you online? Are you?
I've had really good luck in person. I've like never ever gone on an online dating date. I hate it. It gives me the ick. I don't want to do it. I'm just like, we're just in here talking to strangers. I don't care what you did today.
Yeah.
But I've decided I'm going to meet somebody in October, and I've decided to be intentional about it and not just leave it to fate. So I am on Hinge right now talking to a couple guys that I'm going to go out with when I get back.
Okay.
Even though I hate the idea of it so much. I feel so upset about it. But
I like that you're doing it.
yeah.
At least you're like putting that energy out in the world.
Yeah. I mean, I can't just like sit on my couch and hope they find me there, because I will sit on my couch until the end of time. I love being alone. I love drinking at home alone. I feel really fulfilled reading a book, having a glass of wine, masturbating, going to sleep. I feel really happy. But they're never going to find me that way.
They're never going to find me.
And we do meet a lot of guys on the road, like on tour.
Yeah.
But it has to be in October. We only have 5 shows in October. So I really have to up my chances.
Well, they will come find you. You just have to use Taskrabbit. So when I first moved to LA, I did go on a date with my Taskrabbit, and then Rayna started like getting into the culture, and I was like, these guys just come into your house and build stuff. It's hot. And also in LA, they're all like actors and models. They're like sexy,
smoking
You just
hot.
pick the hottest guy in the app, and then they come over and like build your bed frame. It's like if
insane.
you're not using Taskrabbit as a dating app, you're doing it wrong. In
Totally.
LA.
Yeah.
Totally.
And like it didn't work out, but like we went on a full ass date. I mean, and then you had 2 guys that were coming over, but you just weren't
Hot
into
as-
like dating them. But you can get guys to come find you in your home. You just have to use a different type of app.
I really became like friendly with one of them. He is so hot. If you are in LA looking for a TaskRabbit, you see Seth on the app. Book him. He is
Raina,
great at what he does.
He's easy to find. They will find
They will
him.
find him. He is great at what he does. He's awesome. He's a great hang, and he is the sexiest man I've ever. He was okay. So he was over one night, and he was hanging like a painting in my bedroom or something. My friend Lindsay was over, and her and I were sitting on my bed. And I looked down, and he doesn't have socks or shoes on. And I'm like, "Did you take your socks off?" And he was like, "I just helped me to get traction on the floor." And then I see that he's like sweating, and he takes his shirt off, and I was like, "Is this guy gonna fuck me and Lindsay?" This is crazy. Like her and I are sitting on the bed drinking wine. Seth has his socks and his shirt off. I was like, I will have a threesome right now.
Also insane that you guys were just in the bedroom with him drinking wine in your bed. Like he was probably like, are they gonna fuck me?
I would have. He should have tried harder. All he had asked is one question: are we gonna do this?
Oh man, Seth. Well, hopefully he watches this episode and like hits you up and he's like, need
I'm
a
gonna send it to him.
need a picture hung.
He is really
I'm gonna send it
sexy.
to
But
him.
anyway, that's our hot dating tip.
I love that.
Yeah.
TaskRabbit sounds way better than Hinge.
It is.
So my final question is my dessert question. What is the sweetest thing you've ever done for a significant other?
Put an IUD in so they could come inside of me. No, and pick them up at LAX.
Which is also super kind.
Pick up and drop off at the airport. You're in
crazy.
love.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm joking, but well, no, I'm not. But I do like,
Ashley's very, very sentimental.
yeah,
and
like I'm
thoughtful.
like, and my
me.
boyfriend's like so thoughtful. He's the amount of sweet stuff he's done for me is just it's so much. He's so great. But yeah, I just like to. We're long distance, so like send him stuff. Like he mentioned this shirt he was gonna buy when he was like in Montreal. They didn't have a size, and I was just like, oh, what was it? Show me it online. And I like sent it to him, and I sent like a postcard when we were traveling in Europe, and he came to visit me. I had his favorite beer in the fridge. I'd got him like this cute bottle opener from Dublin, and like cards. We're just doing like sweet cards to each other. Like we're just constantly doing like thoughtful,
Yeah.
sweet stuff. And like I'm planning his birthday right now, and he's gonna come to LA, and I have a whole thing. I was on the phone with Nobu for a fucking hour the other on hold, trying to get a reservation. If anyone knows me at Nobu Malibu, hit me up. But yeah, just doing like he makes me want to be more thoughtful because he's so thoughtful and sweet. So but yeah, the IUD.
It came full circle there at the end.
Yeah, that's up there for me too. But the irony really is for me, so that you can fill me up, so that I can enjoy myself.
We both love cum.
I made this birthday book for somebody once for my ex. It was like maybe like 18 pages. of photos of us, but every photo was him taking a nap. It was him taking a nap.
You
in
trolled
different
him?
places.
That's
Yeah.
the sweetest
I
thing.
have like hundreds of photos of him taking naps. I never met somebody who did so little that needed so many naps. It was insane. And every page was like our trip to this place, this place, this place, but it was just a photo of him napping in the place. So like I was like Seattle, him napping on me. It was like San Francisco, San Diego. Every photo was just him napping.
Was he napping while Seth was over with his shirt off and just like never knew? When he wakes up, he's
With
like,
his hat
what's
on."
going on?
He's that guy. That was the sweetest thing I've ever done for somebody.
That is really
A book of
sweet.
nap photos.
Rayna, you don't need to sell yourself short because I'm also.
That was really sweet.
You do really
That's
sweet stuff for
adorable.
me. Okay.
What for you? You're not my boyfriend. What did I do for you? I bought you that backpack for all your memories for your birthday. I did.
You are really thoughtful and do nice things.
I'm not that thoughtful.
Okay.
Ashley is thoughtful, and she like buys me Christmas presents every year that she's like really thought of ahead of time, and it had like personalized. She's bought me art before that was like Girls Gotta Eat themed art. I am like, oh my god, it's the day before Christmas. How much money can I spend to make this right? I went to YSL and bought her a bag, and the sales lady was like, "Are you buying yourself a gift?" And I was like, "No, it's for my business partner." And she was like, "Huh." Must be a really good year.
But I guess it's not all about gifts. Like, I think that you're just like a understanding person.
She's late a lot every day. I am understanding.
So get her an Apple Watch.
Ew. I have a Rolex. No.
Well, it's not working.
yeah, it's not.
Let's get you something she can like buzz, you know?
That
So you
was the funniest clapback. It's not working. It probably isn't. I do have to reset
She sent me
it.
voice notes every day on my way over. Hi, I'm late, obviously.
You know, Rolex like can't even break. I've got one too. And like when you wear it, the clock just it keeps going.
No shade to Apple Watches. I'm sure. I can't do it. I'm not doing it.
Oh, they're hideous. Sorry. Lauren, we hope you were satisfied by this date, but if you were not, we brought you some gifts.
Okay. I love gifts. My love language is gifts.
So you are the first person to get one of these.
Yes.
You're literally the first
Literally.
person in the world to get one of these. So
She really is.
You are, besides the two of us. So we have this company, Vibes Only, and we just released a rabbit-style vibrator. It's called the Allison Wonderland, and it is this like beautiful rose gold detail. Really soft silicone. Please open it.
But yeah.
We have a great unboxing experience.
Yes.
This is so great.
So that's a rabbit vibrator for you, and we also got you blowjob gel for you and your boyfriend.
Oh my, I didn't even know I needed gel.
Well,
if he wears his hat backwards.
If
Yes.
you don't like giving blowjobs or you're looking for a way to make it more exciting, you just put a little bit of gel. It's the consistency of lube, and it'll make the dick taste good. This one's pumpkin spice.
Pumpkin spice for the holidays. Oh my gosh. This was so much fun.
This is so fun. Thank you guys for my vibrator and my blowjob gel. I can't wait to spray it on his dick.
Thank you for having us. This is really great. You're great. This was really fun.
Where can people find you?
girlsgottaeat.com, and we're on tour through the rest of the year. Obviously, we're here in Austin doing our and Dallas doing Texas shows, but then we're like on the West Coast and the East Coast. We're all over. So girlsgottaeat.com and listen to the podcast wherever you get your podcast, and Girls Gotta Eat podcast and Instagram, and then Vibes Only, of course.
Yeah.
So shop, get your vibrators. We have a paired app as well. They're all Bluetooth connected devices. We'll hook you up with the app stuff too. But vibesonly.com and girlsgottaeat.com.
Yeah. Sweet. Yeah, guys, get ready to buy your girlfriend some dick sucking gel.
And it's
Men
also
are big
gift givers of that, but that's our first formula.
Dude,
that's
the gift
also
that
vulva
keeps
friendly.
on giving.
Yeah.
you can put it on your pussy now
Imagine-
too.
Yeah.
He wants to go down on you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
girl, I'm
It's
gonna
vulva
put on my
safe
nipples.
for pumpkin spice pussy.
Yeah. Put on my lips. Get a few more kisses out of this
I
relationship.
love this idea. I
Yeah.
can't wait for you to tell us how it
This is a body oil, if you will. Okay, well, cool, guys. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you.
I would love to have a second date with you guys.
Oh my god, thank you. We would love to have a second date with you.
Yeah.
Another threesome.
Another threesome. Guys, thanks for tuning in. This has been so much fun. We'll see you next time.
First date, baby.
Are you really drinking a glass of milk with dinner?
First date, I can't wait.
You told your mom